Yo guys, it's Zero here. If you're watching this, that means you want to know how to kill Nightmare King Grim and Grim the easy way. Let's get into this. Okay, before we get too far in this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It's free and it helps out the channel a lot. Now let's get into this. Grim has a total of 4 moves, plus an additional move every time you do 25% of his HP. Right here, this is what it looks like when he begins his move. And right here is what happens when he's doing his move. When he initiates an attack, he lunges forward and lunges up and fires fireballs at the ground. The hardest part about that move is the fireballs because they're extremely hard to dodge. But a good way to be able to dodge them is to stay in the middle of the map at all times, because if you're cornered, his beginning of his move is going to hit you, plus the fireballs, which that will do a ton of damage to you. So best advice is to stay in the middle. His next attack looks very similar to the previous attack, but instead of jumping and lunging at you, he opens up his cape and shoots a burst of 3 fire bats kind of at you, which are all on the ground. Best way to dodge and maneuver them is to jump in the air and just dash toward him. And if you do it fast enough, you can get at least 2 to 3 hits in if you're lucky. His next attack starts off looking like this, and eventually turns into this. It's a very simple attack. He just summons a bunch of spikes in the ground, and you have about a few seconds to react. This is one of the only times you actually have a chance of healing, because by the time he gets up and down, he has like a short amount of period before he respawns. So this is the best area to heal, except when he's staggered. Also, an item I advise getting by this point is Shade Cloak, because it'll allow you to dash between the spikes, and it'll be pretty useful to get close to him so you can hit him a few times. Of course, I advise then using Steady Body so you don't accidentally hit the spikes while you're hitting because of the knockback, but also that's a personal decision. You could just Dream Nail him and get some. So, okay, on to his next attack. This is what the first part of the animation looks like. And this is what the second part of the animation looks like. The actual move itself is, it starts on the top of the map and dashes downward and forward. It's a pretty simple move, like the example shown right now. The best way to dodge it is to jump in the air and move either left or right. Once he lands, to dash away from him where he's going. But if you want to go more aggressive route, you can dash the way he's going while pogoing off him, allowing you to hit him at least twice. His extra attack that he gets after you deal 25% of his HP is he becomes a giant pufferfish and shoots many projectiles anywhere. He cannot be hit by physical attacks, but he can be hit with magic and such. It's a very simple thing. It lasts a little long time, but as long as you jump right and stuff, it's really easy to dodge. You just need to get it down. Okay, now it's time for Nightmare King Grim. One of the hardest bosses in the game, which I managed to beat twice. For the most part, most of the moves are pretty much the exact same with some slight changes. Okay, when fighting Nightmare King Grim, you have pretty much the exact same moves as before, but they slightly changed. Plus, you have a new additional move, which we'll talk about soon. First of all, his little dash ability, where he starts in the air and dashes down, will now have a 5-meter trail, which does double damage. And this is pretty much the same strategy before to deal with it, just look out for the flames. Second of all, his ability where he dashes to you and dashes up in the air summoning fireballs, that move is way faster and harder to dodge, so I definitely advise staying in the middle when you're doing that attack. His fire bat attack now summons 2 bats in the air, so you can't just jump in there and dash towards them. You have to be careful and dash in between the attacks. And his attack where he summons spikes in the ground, he's not in that area anymore, so you can't hit him or do anything in that area, so just be careful, and you have less time to heal, so don't try healing like 2 HP or healing after the attack's done because you won't have enough time. And that's pretty much all of his attacks. Now let's cover his new attack. He stands still in the air and summons 4 pillar beams underneath you. Of course, it's pretty easy to dodge. You just need to walk away. You can get like 4 to 5 hits, and I definitely advise having, I don't know, some Tesla die or Wraith or whatever it's called. It's like Howling Wave. I not gonna lie, I can't remember the new attack. It's the up attack spell, you know. Having that one is going to do very useful, good damage. Of course, I didn't have it doing this, so I used Desolate Dive, so I can both dodge attacks and do damage, which Desolate Dive, just super useful. The immunity frames, I just love. But that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this helped you. Bye.